Join us today for some spring meal inspiration, and Erin is going to break out the smoker and get some things going. Welcome to Modern Homestead Alaska. We are Erin and Jessica Milnes. We are building a modern homestead outside of Wasilla, Alaska, with the help of 3 of our children. Our second son, Caleb, our daughter, Cody Ann, and the youngest of our family, Wyatt, along with our 3 dogs, Tipper and Daisy, and the newest addition, Roberto. We're going to start this first meal. We have a bunch of avocados that are going to go bad. I can smash them up or freeze them. That's something that you can simply do with an avocado as it gets to the point of ripe. And then just make sure that there's no air. So make sure you seal it in something where the avocado isn't getting any air, and then it won't turn brown. But on this night, I thought I would do some tacos with it. We love a good guacamole. All of these things I had in the fridge or the freezer, or they're leftovers, or whatever the case is. And so that's kind of this first inspiration, is what did we have in the fridge that we could turn into a meal? And it was certainly a good one. So I like a little spice in mine. So after I get all of the avocados sliced up and in the bowl, I did a little bit of jalapeno. To that, I added some red onion. This is just what we have hanging out in the house. So I get a really good dice on the red onion. And then I did a couple of cloves of fresh garlic. Along with the lemon that was already sliced up, I went ahead and used the juice of some already sliced lemons. I only have dry cilantro. I don't have any fresh in the house. And so it works great. You just want to put it in there a little bit early. You don't want to put the cilantro in and then serve it immediately. But because I made the guacamole a couple of hours before dinner and let kind of the juice reabsorb the cilantro, it works out really, really well. Along with a little bit of salt. No need for pepper or anything like that because we already have that jalapeno in there. And then also I just had these cherry tomatoes. I didn't have any Roma, so I just diced those up and threw those in the guac as well. Tonight was supposed to be like a pork loin, a Mexican style pork loin, but we had enough of these beans left over, and we had so much avocado. So I just made the avocado. I'm gonna get a little butter in the pan here. That instead I thought, I also had these in the freezer, these tacos. These have got to be 6 months or so old. So I decided I would grab those out and go ahead with last night's beans. And what we're going to do is just do some refried beans on with some corn, taco shells, and some avocado. These are clearly not traditional refried beans, was the point I was kind of trying to make, but they work great. If you have some leftover pintos that you had made with some simple seasoning the day before, you can certainly turn them into refried beans the next day. Not a big deal. I forgot, I threw a little jalapeno and a little green chili, that are just dry in here to kind of heighten up that Mexican flavor. I'm gonna add a little water and let these cook down, and then we're gonna use the immersion blender. This is my favorite way to cook vegetables in the house. These are just some leftover vegetables that we have in the fridge. I wanted to use them up on this night, and they had already been cut for other reasons, so on. And so I just put them on a sheet pan along with a little bit of oil, maybe some garlic salt, something like that, and I throw them under the broiler and I cook them super, super quickly, and they make the best vegetable side dish. I do keep like a little piece of parchment. I want the moisture coming out of the beans, so I don't want to put like a heavy metal lid on there that would keep the moisture in. However, they like to splatter all over, so I do throw some parchment on top of them. Heat up some oil. We're gonna start tossing the corn tortillas in the oil of the cast iron pan, and we are about to throw together the tacos. And there it is. Honestly, making this from scratch and at home on a weeknight after everyone's had a long day, the flavors are incredible, and just having it from scratch is honestly better than loading up and everyone going out to eat. The simplistic part of Mexican food, I think, is what I love. I love beans. I love guacamole. I love the freshness of the ingredients. It really was a good night. I debated on whether to show the next recipe because in my mind it's so simple and I grew up eating it all of the time, and I don't want to give, I don't know what I was thinking, but the reality is that this is a staple, or has been a staple for our family for a very long time, and it's so simple, and I'm very much wanting, especially a younger generation or those who just never felt comfortable in the kitchen, getting in there and working and learning new things. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to show it because it's so simple. And if this is something you know how to do, who really cares? You can just kind of skip over it. But I used some Italian sausage from Costco. We're just going to make jarred spaghetti and have this as a simple dinner for our family on a weeknight. I can't get like the already ground sausage. It's sausage links, so that's what I do is I break up the sausage. I salt some water and I get that going to boil our pasta. You just follow package instructions on pasta. We use spaghetti, and then I have this store-bought marinara or spaghetti sauce or whatever it is that you can afford or get your hands on, and that goes into the pan with the Italian sausage, and you just simply put this on the spaghetti. Now, we're not Italian. We're not pretending to be. I know that this maybe is not something those in other parts of the world would look at it and go, oh, that makes sense. That's totally something I'm going to do. But this is pretty much an American staple for most families. And if you don't know how to do it, I think I just explained to you how simple it was. And then on this night, we went ahead and steamed some broccoli as our side dish. But there you go, a simple spaghetti dinner.
So today I'm going to smoke a chicken and some ribs today. Jessica was really not fond of ribs, so I'm going to give her some chicken and we're going to try it, smoke both of them at the same time. The chicken will probably be done a little bit earlier than the ribs, but she can keep it warm and we'll get in a pan. So today, this is one of her homegrown chickens that we grew here on the homestead here. Really good, meaty, it's got some good fats to it. Looks like a really good bird. So I put a little bit of mustard on. I'm gonna use it as a binder for some of the seasoning, but I haven't finished rubbing that in, but it's a good looking fresh chicken. So we'll use a little bit of mustard as the binder. You can use olive oil or whatever you want on this, but the chicken is not gonna taste like the mustard. It's just a good binder. So today I'm going to try this new rub I picked up. It's called B. Church's Texas Sugar. So haven't had it yet. Just tasting it out of the jar. It tastes pretty good.
What's the ingredients in it?
Oh, I need glasses, so I don't know.
All right, ingredients: sugar, honey, honey powder, which is refined syrup honey, salt, spices, paprika, dehydrated garlic, and dehydrated onion. And did you pay the $11.99 for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the cost was here in town. All right, so I'm gonna probably give this a few minutes to stick, then I'll flip it over and do the other side. So like I said, we're also gonna be doing some ribs, so while we're waiting for that one side to adheres the seasoning, we're gonna go some baby back ribs. We got these from Costco, the Swift. So I'm gonna open these up, we'll get the seasoning these up, and we'll go from there. They weigh, Jessica wants to know how much they weigh. 9 pounds it says in here. Just kind of hanging off. Same thing here though. See how that's all adhering really well?
Yeah.
It's turning wet. So I'm going to try the same stuff. This Texas sugar said it's meant for pork as well. It's really good on it. So I'm going to try it on these ribs, and I'm also going to try the voodoo on the ribs as well. We'll see what we got and what we like the best. Using the same mustard for the same binder. Just trying to get it to stick. So I'm doing the bottom of the ribs first, giving them the seasoning, and I'm gonna let it sit there and adhere for a little while, kind of like this chicken. Do the same thing and then come back in a few minutes when it's good and soaked in. As you can see on the chicken, it's getting wet. The salt, sugar is pulling the moisture up, so it's binding to the chicken. And that's what I'm gonna do, the same thing with the ribs. Then I'll flip them over since we have a little bit of time. If we're in a hurry, you can try to pat it on and try to keep as much on there as you want, but we're not in a super rush today, so I am going to give it a few minutes and make sure you get all your edges, because that's the meat as well you're going to be chewing on, and just make sure everything's seasoned up. It's been about 10 minutes so since we did these ribs, about 10 minutes longer than we did the chicken. We already flipped the chicken over and seasoned it up. Now we're just doing the top side. Gonna let this sit here. Then they'll all marinate, let the seasoning stick while I go get the grill fired up. Actually the smoker. So we'll get that fired up and then we'll bring them out and get them on the grill.
What do you do now?
So I gotta wash the bottle off because I touched it. So I got a little soapy water here. I ain't getting no one sick, or we ain't got this stuff growing. I ain't as good as Jessica. I'm not a full-time cook, so I'm not as good as, oh, don't touch with this hand.
That's all right. It's all right. It's plastic. It washes. You're just going to pick up burning. No. I don't know that I knew that's how that worked. Learn something new every single day, they say.
So today we're gonna hang them on the pit barrel. That's how it was designed to be used. It also has racks. You guys, I haven't shown that on this YouTube channel yet, but use these hooks and then I can just hang it on, which they have pieces of rebar that go through it, which actually control the airflow. I can hang the meat in there and it just hangs in the barrel the whole time. So I want to come down here on this end. I kind of want to get a measurement of where I need to be. So that's where the rebar is going to be. So kind of want to stick it somewhere right in here. So that way when I stick it all the way through, I still have a chance to hook up on the rebar.
Who hung the bacon?
Did I hang it?
I don't know.
Huh?
You may have hung on the channel. That may be a correction, and then again, you may not have. We'll see either way. We're hanging it today.
So I'm gonna put my meat thermometer in here. I'm gonna use, it's the meter. Reads on the tip, and it also reads the internal temp of the barbecuer. I'm gonna put it in the thickest part of the breast. Sit there, I don't want it to get too close to the edge. Let's go down there. We'll see, and then that we can monitor our temp of the chicken. Hopefully we get it up about 165, that's where we're shooting for.
Ooh, spicy. What'd you ice skate on?
Ice? I don't know, maybe because of all the ice!
What are you doing?
Gonna hang this chicken.
What did you just do?
Huh? Just put this bar in there, it's gonna hold him. And when I pick him up, hang him like that in my barrel. Bring out that one. Kev, open the door.
Don't slip this time. What temperature you run at, and what are you looking to get to?
I'm trying to get to 275-ish for the temp, and then the chicken to 165. The meat will be about 3.5 hours, 4 hours, so I can get it to where it's starting to pull off the bone, shrinking back off the bone. It's really not. It'll be up there. I don't know the exact temp I want there.
It's nice and juicy. Hopefully it's not a rerun of Thanksgiving. This is the best, fastest way to make like a side dish of beans when you haven't barbecued them all day. I use pinto beans, I dice up a jalapeno and some onions, some garlic, salt, and cumin. And then once it's heated through and the onions and the garlic and the jalapeno just cook down, the beans are done. I literally stole this from my father-in-law and we absolutely love them. All right, how are they looking? Straight off the grill. Look at that pull back.
Pull back. Go in for another 10, 15 minutes. You got a brush. Yep. So I'm gonna use this fox sauce. We found this at the sportsman show, the outdoorsman show here in Wasilla. Local guy makes this here, so thought it's supposed to be extra hot, but we like hot food, so it's not. We tasted it, but we liked it and we bought it, and I think we're gonna try it on the ribs today. So now I'm going to put these back on the grill, give them 10, 15 minutes, and we got this sauce to set up, and we'll be ready to go. Enjoy some ribs.
A quick spring summer side dish is some coleslaw. I can't remember what I'm making today. So we like ours a little spicy. This is not traditional to have a jalapeno in it, but a quick dice on the jalapeno as well as an onion. In mine, I like to keep it super simple. I do mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, some salt and black pepper, and that is it for the dressing. You can grate up, or you can shave, or you can dice your cabbage however you like it. We like ours a little bit thicker because we don't like it to kind of have that store-bought consistency. We like that really crispness to the cabbage. So slice up the cabbage however you see fit. You could use a grater. Like I said, do it however works best for you. All right, big guy, talk to us. Oh, let me have a look.
Smoke ring.
Aaron's dinner was truly amazing. I am so excited to be getting things back off of the smoker, grilling, having kind of that spring and summer. We're really getting that itch, and we hope that you will join us in upcoming videos by hitting that subscribe button now if you would. What's happening there?
Well, no one's gonna like that one.
Oh, that's the truth. No one was gonna like the end piece. Plate. Oh, are you gonna taste test this one too? Okay, just make sure. Somehow we didn't get a closing recorded, so I'll end up showing you the chicken here in just a second. But I'd like to thank you for spending some time with us here on the homestead today. Again, invite you to hit that subscribe button. When you ring the bell, you'll get notification. Thumbs up and comments help our channel to grow. If you enjoyed watching Aaron barbecue and all of those different things, let us know in the comment section what you would like to see in the future. He absolutely loves doing these videos. The chicken's for me. It is so juicy. It is like eating. Oh my gosh. Light smoke. You did good on the smoke.
Did I?
Thank you again for joining us. We will catch you guys in the next video. We hope to see you real soon here on our modern homestead outside of Wasilla, Alaska.